pencil in half. It needs to be that much of a hair that I add in, or smaller, depending on where I'm adding to. Now I am at the top about to do my first braid that is going into the ponytail. All I do is just part. You can pre-part this section however you like. You can do whatever design you want to do. I'm just doing basically straight back with a little curve to it just to give it a little, and I leave her edges out and I just braid all the way back to that area that I showed you guys with the arrow. If you're looking for a hairstyle that is gonna be low maintenance, this is the hairstyle for you. I just want to say that because the maintenance is very easy. All you do is oil your scalp every week. Make sure you tie it down with a scarf, wear a shower cap when you're bathing, and then get up in the morning and you just basically do your edges and you're on about your day. You don't have to really do much with this hairstyle. This hairstyle is not only a protective style, but it's a hairstyle that's not in your face. You don't have to worry about moving it out of your face. It's just very low maintenance, very easy, breezy type of hairstyle. Also want to say that when I did this hairstyle, as far as like the cornrows, I did not go past the middle part. I kind of left that open and then started on the other side, which you will see me do. And then I'm going to split it. But you can definitely pre-part or do this in quarters where you split the hair down half, down the middle, and then two on each side. But you can, in the two sections, you can put like 3 braids, maybe 4 braids. It all depends on what you want to do. But yeah, you don't have to have it this size. You can have it bigger or smaller. It's really up to you. Now that I am at the top where I can close up this ponytail, you see me just splitting it down the middle. I made sure I gave enough space or enough hair was out that I could do 2 braids. But if you are a beginner, I would recommend pre-parting this section, this entire front section, to just make sure that it's symmetrical the way that you want it. I pretty much just freehand and braid it as I went. If I do this again, I will show you guys what I mean when I say pre-part and how to separate it into 4 quadrants, 2 on each section, so you guys can understand what I mean about making sure that you get at least the same amount, if not one off amount of braids going into this cornrow. But again, you can do whatever design you want. You can do a hard design all the way into this ponytail. You can do crisscross, you can do zigzag. It is really up to you and the design that you want for this hairstyle. If you are finding value to this content and learning a whole bunch of things, please subscribe, comment what you like, but subscribe so you can see more of my content of just other cute, trendy hairstyles. I try to post every week, if not every other week, so be on the lookout for that. But I'm always giving out inspiration and hair ideas for cute protective styles, especially with us going into the summer. I have so many hairstyles that I cannot wait to show you guys how I did. Also want to say, as I'm finishing off the cornrow, I don't know if you guys noticed throughout the process, I would feed in extensions into the ends, and that's pretty much me building up the braid so it can be the same width and length as the knotless braids in the back. You want to make sure that all your braids are the same size. You don't want to have small ones at the top and big ones in the back, or vice versa. You want to make sure that they all are the same size.